Today's video is an update to the last video I did, and I promised I would do an update. Sorry if I'm out of breath. That last hill is a little taller than I thought. Oh, there's another one too. Anyway, so I'm 4.5 days in, and I know some of you may think I quit and didn't do it. I did. I quit one day though. It was like, I think Tuesday, the walk-in part. I have stuck to the diet plan 100%, and I'm walking every day. That's the big difference. So I got some good numbers. I'll try to post those here. Day one and then my low. Hopefully that's there. I'll try to put that in there. So I started off at 242 weight, point something. And now I'm down to 239 point something. Not a big weight loss, but that's not really what I care about right now. I know I can lose the weight. And really the hard part for most people is to ignore that weight noise. It goes up, it goes down during the process. What I do care about is the waist measurement. So just a little over a 1-inch reduction in the waist would kind of suggest loss of visceral fat, which is my goal. You know, my belly is hard. Now, you know, when kids poke me, I'll say it's all muscle, but the truth is, that's visceral fat pushing outward, creating that tightness. Not good. Not good at all. So even a 1-inch reduction in 4.5 days, that's amazing. But here's the other thing I do care about. Is the blood glucose. So I was waking up with a blood level of 109. What does that mean? Well, should be under 100 to be normal. 109 says your liver's working during the evening, which is not good, putting out excess insulin. And when you stay at an elevated insulin level for too long, it creates a whole host of problems, which is out of scope for the purpose of this video. So, that's the result. That's where I'm at. Now, one final note. The purpose of this was so I don't go to the Philippines being overweight. It is really easy to make the excuse, oh God, it's too hot. You know, here it's too cold, too wet. There it's too hot. You can't let that get you down. But I happen to live in a series of condos that have underground parking garages, so I can at least avoid the direct sun. So I got that going for me. The purpose of this drill was, one, I need to pay attention to my health. Not just because I'm going to the Philippines and my health care will be limited. There's that. That's true. Whether I went or not, I want to take care of my health. But I want to go there with good habits already established. So let me tell you what happened this week. You know, I'm still working for a few months. I think about 3 more or so. Then I have a extended break to visit the Philippines, and then I'm back for 2 more months, and that's it. Then I'm done. But had a really stressful day one day, and you know, messed up my eating schedule, but I managed through that. Weird day with the boss, and some other problems, and getting home late. It's a little overwhelming, so I didn't exercise that day. Okay, well, one day is not gonna derailed everything. But when you're only talking 4.5 days, that's almost 1/4 of your days. That's 25%. That's not good. Okay, so it started to happen again yesterday. A lot of things happened. A lot of personal things. And it was pouring down rain again. But I made myself do it this time. I went out and I exercised in my rain poncho. Or as we say in the Philippines, my capote. So that, if nothing else, it was not as much distance as normal, but that's okay. It's maintaining the habit is what I need for myself. So when I get there, I'll have that already kind of set. All right. I know this isn't a health and fitness channel, but I'm going to continue this journey, just documenting health. I'm not a health and fitness expert. I'm more of like a real life case study of a 62-year-old guy. Well, I'm not 62 yet, getting close. Of what I'm doing and how I'm doing it and all that kind of stuff. I get, this channel's a little different focus on other topics, so I will resume regular topics on the next one, as not to bore anybody with health and fitness. We should all care about it, but there was a stretch I wasn't worrying about it, so I can understand. Originally, when I lost weight and got down to 220s, I was doing a keto diet, and that works. And I've considered carnivore and vegan as well. So I'm trying to navigate not any philosophy here. Sorry, it's been a long walk already. I am focused on what is best, what is scientifically best for the human body for longevity. Because I don't want to lose mobility or be in a state of decline where I depend on others for my caretaking. I've seen that, and that is scary. In fact, this is one of my top things to worry about as I get older. Mental decline, Alzheimer's, anything like that. The next one below that is got to be not being able to take care of yourself. Mobility issues, incontinent, like there's just a list of things. Like if I can't take care, feeding myself, if I can't do those things, I'm not sure what the point is anymore. So you want to enjoy yourself up until the end. And how do you do that? You don't do that by letting yourself go and sitting on your couch, which I do, right? I'm not criticizing anybody. I'm talking about myself here. I'm not going to achieve the things I want if I don't do the things I need to do. In fact, I feel a lot better as a result already. I breathe better at night. I sleep better. I've had a mild case of diagnosed sleep apnea, which now I don't think I have it. I don't wake up not breathing anymore. That was when I was 280. I mean, there's nothing more scary than thinking you're dying, waking up like that, right? That's horrific. So, thank God sore joints, sore back, all these things, just all kind of problems I forget, aches and pains, just came on, and I think it's all related to high levels of insulin, honestly, and weight gain. Gut microbiome, we'll cover that later, but I'm not here to pretend to be a health expert. I'm not a dietitian, I'm not a doctor, but as a result, I think I'm in a better place, honestly, and here's why, right? Because I can do my own research, and, here's the thing about research. There's so much misinformation out there about what's right and good and what's wrong. And we can go into depth on that, but it's not easy for just an average person. You hear little clips about things that are good for you now or bad for you now, and maybe they are, maybe they aren't, but they're just done by YouTubers, not researchers. Or, we also have some medical doctors here on YouTube that make certain claims that if you dig deep enough, you'll see it's not really accurate. Not calling anybody out, but researchers are spending their time in labs doing research. YouTube doctors are making content. So just check the sources is all I'm saying. I'm not criticizing anybody. That's not the goal here. But truth is the goal. What matters is accurate information so you can take the right steps. One thing we know for sure, walking's good for you. That's a fact. You can't go wrong with that. I don't think anybody's going to disagree with that. So I started that. Shooting for 4 miles a day, and there's reasons for that. More is not necessarily beneficial. Less is not getting to where you want to be. So the main thing is improving my stats. I'm 4 days in. I can't really quit now, which is good. I kind of locked myself in. I'm committed, as it were. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. And I'll try to do it one sooner so that we can get back into the routine topics, as it were. All right, thank you.